Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about what it's like to be a disabled student at Warwick. Before I start, I just want to say that a lot of the stuff in this video might have changed or might be slightly different, but that there is support available always at Warwick, and that's the most important thing. You should feel very welcome here. So the first thing is, when you're coming to university and you have a disability, you might feel a bit more afraid than everyone else because you're not sure how to manage your condition properly by yourself for the first time. So the first thing I did when I found out that I was going to university was I actually applied for a DSA. Now, this is a government-run scheme, and what it does is you have an informal chat with someone who is able to assess your needs. What they do is they actually talk to you about your condition, talk about how it impacts you personally, and see where they can help in terms of making your life easier at university. Now, for me, that included things like I write quite slowly, so rather than having to make a full set of notes in my lectures, they instead said that we can do something like print it out and then write on slides. And so as a result, what I have is a printer. Now this helps me immensely because, especially for my economics modules, I really don't want to be writing out for ages. I just won't be able to keep up. So now I can go into a lecture with a set of slides already printed out and just make notes on them. Now there's so many other things that they offer, and it's not just for things like writing slowly. It can be to help you manage your thoughts or to help you keep up with lectures. They actually are able to give you software that you can download onto your laptop, or give you actual equipment like the printer I mentioned. And all of these things can really make a difference. Now, if you're thinking, I'm not sure if this is something that I actually want to do, or I'm not sure if I'm eligible, that's okay. Just book an appointment, see what they say, and see if something helps. Because if you're sitting there thinking, I know that I will struggle more than other people for various reasons, then it's worth trying to find that help. Now, that is not the only way you can get help. Warwick also offers a lot of disability services in general. So we have the disability and wellbeing services. Now, I think these are so good. They offer so much help. And actually, when I first came here, I booked an appointment with disability services. And you just send them a message, you say, I'd like to come in and talk about it. They book an appointment time for you. And then they kind of talk about what exam arrangements you need. Now, again, a lot of you will probably have had exam arrangements that included stuff like extra time or rest breaks and stuff like that. That doesn't change at university, and the Wellbeing and Disability Services are more than happy to help you sort those things out again. That was a very general overview of what it's like to have a disability at Warwick. Now I want to talk specifically about my experiences. The first thing I want to talk about is my welcome by my department. Now, I was actually really impressed by the welcome I got because they emailed us during welcome week, which is a week before university lectures start, and what happened was we got to speak with Fiona and Dave, and they kind of talked to us about how they support people specifically with disabilities, and stuff like giving lecture notes early if needed, or even printing lecture notes if needed, all of that kind of thing they make available, and they are more than happy to help. Another good thing that they do for wellbeing in the maths department, which I think is pretty cool, is Banana Wednesday. So every Wednesday you can go to the office, grab a banana and have a chat. Then finally, the other thing that can be something that you need to consider is the type of accommodation you go for. Now, with accommodation, I wasn't too fussed, so I was offered an ensuite. So rather than getting the ensuite, I decided to stay in Westwood, and I loved it there. I can make another video on that if you would like. During winter, I get quite cold and it makes me have a flare-up. So I contacted the university about it, and pretty much the same day, they came with a little radiator. Now, fans and heaters aren't allowed in your rooms unless you speak to someone about it, and there's all sorts of rules and regulations about it. So actually the university gave me a heater that they'd approved themselves, and so I was able to increase the heating in my room so that I wouldn't have problems because of it. So I felt very welcome. Now, I really encourage you, if you are worried about this kind of thing, have a look around. Look at what Warwick offers, look at the services we have, look at what other students have said. Don't just take it from me. And also, of course, feel free to message me as well if you have any more questions. Thank you for watching. I really hope this helped.